Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome to Everything Yet Nothing. We have another fabulous show. Oh my god. And we have an awesome guest. JoJo!
Hello!
We're going to be talking to him, and we're just going to be shooting the shit and, see how life's been going and put some stuff out there that might need to be checked on some people, within some people. It is colder than a witch's tit here.
Yeah.
It is very, very cold. I just went outside to get my lipstick and I almost froze my tushy off.
It's nice and toasty in here, though.
It is nice and warm. I'm about to burn up. No. It is nice though. It's really nice. Yeah, it's been cold outside, and we have those moments during the day where it's beautiful weather and not so cold, and then it starts getting chilly towards the night, and then it's just freezing.
The first part of the week, it was like in the teens, like in the middle of the day, like it was so cold. So cold.
Yeah, it's definitely cold. How's the kids doing?
Good.
Good.
Running amok as always.
Well, that's awesome. At
You
least,
have that when there's 100+ kids.
Yeah. Let's see how y'all do it.
They're trying to
kids.
get back in the swing of being back at school, and we got a competition with the older kids where they had to write speeches and different things. So that's been a thing, to say the least.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. How long you been working for the kids? With the kids?
I have been. It'll be 7 years in July.
Cool.
Yep.
You must like it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I want to do.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's always an awesome thing when you find something that you really like. You can do wonders with. So we are from Branson, Missouri, if you don't know already.
Yeah.
So come and get your trip on and come to this beautiful, wonderful place in the hills. Just don't bring your kids.
I wish the people around here were as beautiful as the scenery, but here we are.
All right. We're like the fabulous ones. This is it.
Well, there's a few others.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few others that's prettier. Well, not as pretty as us, but they are pretty.
Yeah, but I mean...
I am not going to give all that benefit out.
I mean, some of us are prettier on the inside than we are on the outside.
Yes,
but
very true.
some people that are pretty on the outside are not so pretty on the inside.
I'll give you some ugly either way. Definitely. Yeah, I'm getting ready to rearrange the studio. Got like some pictures going on.
I'm excited for you to hang those pictures.
They're gonna go right here, up on the wall, and that's gonna be moved over there. So it's gonna be like center of the dresser.
Very cool.
Yeah, but that sucker is heavy. It's odor shit. That's oat. I was just saying. Odor than shit is oat.
Odie's got to make his appearance.
Of course. Leave it to Odin. Leave it to Odin. But we are going to play a commercial, and then we will be back to you.
Nashville Roadhouse Live, multi-award winning show including Best of Branson and Best of Southwest Missouri. Nashville Roadhouse Live, the most awarded show in a single year in Branson history. The best of Branson. The best dancers, singers, snacks and drinks, and audience. For tickets, visit NashvilleRoadhouse.com or call 417-336-8742. Branson's most awarded theater and shows. The Pierce Arrow Theater, Nashville Roadhouse Live. Located at 3069 Shepherd of the Hills Expressway, Branson, Missouri. For tickets, visit NashvilleRoadhouse.com or call 417-336-8742.
Established in 1852. Built by Judge Tompkins for his daughter Theodosia and her husband Dr. Hall. Hence the name, Hall Place B&B and Theodosia's Tea Room. During the Civil War, Judge Tompkins and the Halls moved to Indiana. Theodosia and Dr. Hall did not return to Kentucky. Judge Tompkins, however, did return and practiced law out of the home. After his passing, the home was bought and sold until it eventually sat vacant for several years until Mrs. Royce acquired the home and turned it into a bed and breakfast. In 1983, the house was placed on the Historic Registry. The Hall Place Bed and Breakfast and Theodosia's Tea Room, located at 313 South Green Street in Glasgow, Kentucky, is also a great place for a paranormal destination. It is said that a few ghosts inhabit the Hall Place. Mrs. Royce herself still watches over her beloved bed and breakfast, with its sprawling common areas, quaint rooms that are each named after the historic owners of the home, and even a billiard room. Ms. Charla Emmers, the owner/innkeeper, makes homemade jams and goodies you can pick up during your stay. She cooks a down-home breakfast every morning as well. If you are ever in Glasgow, Kentucky and want a unique experience, stay at Hall Place B&B. And don't forget, breakfast is served at 8:30.
Hey, we are back. Hello. Well, we have a guest here tonight.
Yeah.
In the background. You ain't gonna be able to see him, but he can tell you hi because he's wanting to skip out tonight and play hooky.
You get good.
All right. Thank you. I love you.
Love you.
So, let's see. Anything coming up? Oh, Mardi Gras is in February 22nd and March 1st.
Yes.
There's two of them. There's a nighttime and then a daytime. I think the daytime is at the 1st.
Yep.
But that's going to be in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And let's see.
I'm getting ready to go to DC a week from Sunday.
Ooh, DC. Why are you going there?
For a national prevention conference.
Cool.
Yep.
You excited?
Yeah, we're going. There's a group of 18 of us, 4 adults, and the rest are kids from the Branson School District.
Cool. Yep. That's gonna be a blast. So much fun. Oh, and what is that thing? The 22nd. That's gonna be in Branson. Is that for everybody, or is that just for the workers?
Oh, it was yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Shit. I wanted to go. Show you how bad I wanted to go.
It was good. You missed out. It was real good.
Awesome. So what was it about?
So, essentially, a member from the Glow Center and a member of PFLAG came down from Springfield and talked about pronouns and the importance of pronouns, even if you are not transgender, the importance of the importance of pronouns and making your pronouns visible, that allows someone who is struggling with their gender identity to realize that you're a safe person, you're a safe space to be able to talk to, and So yeah, and it was really good. It actually opened my eyes to some things about sexuality and how it's a spectrum.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What?
That it's a spectrum.
But it's there are people out there that can be sexually attracted to a man, but emotionally attracted to a woman.
Is that what spectrum means? What does it mean?
A spectrum is like broad. It's not just black and white. There, like you can be sexually attracted to men and women, or you can be sexually attracted to any gender.
Then yeah, I don't mind it. That's a big word. I totally was taking it somewhere else than what it actually is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it was good.
This shit.
Yeah, I gave up. It won't show up for me.
No. I don't know why it does this shit.
We should just have Kevin share it since he can visually see it and see if it'll show. I did have to do a Facebook update, but I updated it and it still didn't come up.
Oh, it's just taking its sweet ass time. Anyways, let's see. What else is there to talk about? Well, we usually shoot on some abuse.
Yeah.
We usually put the hotline 988 out there, which is a lifeline for you, for everything that you're going through. If you're going through something at that moment in time, call 988 and they'll talk to you and they'll be there with you. So definitely, see if you can send that to me. Definitely, watch out for yourself and watch out for others and try to be there for others, even if it's to listen. It's okay to listen.
Yeah.
You don't always have to talk back either. As long as you're listening and you can actually listen and, then help out or whatever, I think would be tremendous in this world because not everybody does it. There's a lot of people in the big cities that are just working their asses off, which I understand.
Yeah.
But if you can take a break and give yourself that break, to maybe help somebody out, maybe purposely, help somebody up instead of out, just be there. And I say the big people up in big cities because they get lost. They get lost in work and work and work and work. And so that goes out to just anywhere, really, nowadays. There's a lot of working going on, a lot of bills. It's wintertime.
Life's expensive these days, and it's only going to get more expensive.
I know. Freaking outrageously expensive, crazy.
My favorite thing is everyone's like, when we get the new president, the gas prices are going to go down, the grocery prices are going to go down.
How did that go?
And he's not able to do that, which I knew. Sitting over here, I was like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of unanswered questions as to what it's going to look like for the next 4 years.
That I look into it, or that I'm interested in politics and all that shit, because I've never liked it. I've thought every time that anybody runs, it's a crock of shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're just talking out their ass. They're gonna say what they're gonna say just to get in office. And then everything's gonna change because they have bosses that they have to tend to, and they're not by themselves. They have bosses too, and they might be running the world or whatever, but they still have bosses. And the people, to me, should be their boss. You know, you should be out there to help people and lift people up, and to help our own, you know, and then help others. But we should come first in this world so we can help others. If we come first and we get lifted up and we continue that, then we can do that with everybody in the world, nationwide, you know. But you can't help this one, this one, this one, this one, this, and continue and expect to get anything changed because it's just too much. You know, one at a time. Take your time. Fix what needs to be fixed, and then we can have the people of the world help fix what needs to be fixed to help out. So you're not alone on changing things.
And it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, and it doesn't matter who the candidate is, no matter what. Like, they're gonna make promises that they can't keep.
Right.
And it's just politics. Like, and it's just, you know, and it doesn't matter whether we're talking about a mayor, governor, or president. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
not at all.
They're gonna make promises that they're gonna do things that they legally can't do, or you know, they just, you know, it's
or they have to go before the round table, and then go from there. That's pretty much the bosses, you know, because the decisions aren't just up to him. It goes through other people, and then it gets to him, and then doesn't he make the last decision or something?
I think so.
On something like that. So, it's crazy politics.
Yeah.
But I don't get into them. I do vote. I do keep my ears open. And I take it by word of mouth. I listen to people and their opinions. And then I go from that. I don't get on TV. I don't listen to the radio about politics because it's just a crock of shit. To me, you're going to get the truth out of somebody else that's heard it. You know, because they know, because they're keeping up with it. And so I go from there. I don't vote except right down the middle. I am who I am. And I don't like judging. And to me, it kind of simulates judging. Whenever you have to go and fill out paperwork and do your voting and make your decisions. Just what are you doing within whatever decisions that you're making?
Right.
Because is it actually what they say it is? Is it actually what they write down? Is that actually what it is? Or is it them just writing it down to make it sound good? Or putting it out there just because it sounds good? That has always bothered me. Because how do you trust something like that? It's hard to trust something like that.
I mean, it's hard to trust people in general these days.
Like,
because they'll, you know, tell you one thing, and then the next thing you know, they're gonna stab you in the back.
And then it's like, what the hell? So, like, definitely watch out.
I was talking to my friend the other night, and I told her, I was like, there's only a handful of people that I can truly trust. You know, there's just a small portion of people that I can trust. And you know, one of the big things that has really, you know, struck a chord with me, especially here recently, is when someone shows you their true colors, believe it. You know, because they're not going to change. Like, a part of them really does feel that way, and a part of them really does, you know, have that belief system. And you know, it's unfortunate because they can't just be like, well, I love you, but I don't support that, you know, because at the end of the day, like, it's, you know, if you don't love a part of me, then you can't love all of me.
Absolutely. And that's understanding. And it makes a lot of sense. We're going to take another break and play another commercial, and we will be back with you shortly.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
And we are back.
Hi.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are like trying to share shit, and tonight it's just not working very well.
It's like it's fighting us tonight.
Yeah. See what's up? There's that.
Yeah, but I'm excited to go to DC. I'm excited to experience something that I've never experienced before. I've been lots of places, but I've never been there. And we're gonna go to the Smithsonian. We're gonna go tour the Capitol building. Like,
oh hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's like it's wild to me because like never in a million years did I think that I would be getting on a plane to go to DC for any reason. Like, and you know, there's opportunity for us to talk to our legislators on the national level. So for me, that's really cool. Like, we're going to talk about, you know, alcohol and drug abuse and how to prevent that, and resources and different things like that. And it's a national prevention conference, so like just the fact that I get to go and learn about, you know, things that are going on, and you know, different substances that are out there and how to combat that and different things like that. It excites me because, like, whether people want to acknowledge it or not, you know, opioids are a huge issue right now. Like,
yeah,
not
really
just in our area, but like nationwide. And it's like people are literally dying, you know. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything that I can do to save somebody, I'm gonna do it. I literally don't leave home without my Narcan. Like, have I ever had to use my Narcan? The last set of Narcan that I had expired, and I didn't use it. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Right.
Because it's crazy. Yeah. Because you can literally be anywhere and somebody is having an overdose. And the good thing about Narcan is, regardless of if there's a person passed out and they're showing signs of maybe an overdose, if you give them Narcan, it's the only thing it can do is save their lives. It's not going to hurt them if they're not overdosing.
Right. Right. Yeah. What is it? Opioids. Yeah, they are definitely out there. And there was something the other day. Oh, we're watching Matlock on TV.
The new one?
The new one.
I love Kathy Bates.
And they're on there and they're talking about opioids, because her daughter overdosed on them.
Yep, and the law office that she goes to work at, she's there to uncover who signed the paperwork.
Who signed the paperwork, who had a hand in it, and like it's really, really, really good. So you got to check out the new Matlock because it is so. Kathy Bates stars in it.
It's so funny because Kathy Bates reminds me of my late Grams, like the stature, her attitude in Matlock specifically. I'm like, man, that's my Grams right there.
Oh, I know, right? I love it when that happens. We do that sometimes with our grandparents and my mom because they're no longer here. So anytime that we see something that's similar to whatever, hey babe, look at that, sir. Hey babe, she said this or he said this, and
your shirt looks very blue, but it's very purple.
Makeup? You know, My makeup kind of looks purplish. Oh, I don't know. It's purple. It's supposed to be purple. But close the light to you. They will do it. They have a mind of their own. But if they can take off running, have them mess because they'd probably be filthy. So, with that said, wear the clothes that you want to wear.
That part. Oh, which reminds me, the meeting that we had yesterday, we were talking about the difference between gender identity and gender expression. And there's a line, and I like to jump back and forth on the line of gender expression because, some days I want to be more masculine, some days I want to be more feminine.
Right.
And it's so funny to me because we were talking. It wasn't long ago that pink was actually a man's color, and men wore high heels. And that high heels were created for men. Mm-hmm. And now it's funny for me to watch people freak out about men in high heels, and I'm like, you don't realize, but men used to wear dresses and high heels, and it used to be socially acceptable.
And makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of makeup. Like whenever they were performed.
Yep.
Years and years and years ago. Yeah, they wore their dresses and makeup and high heels. But then now, oh goodness, you can't do that. That's a big no-no. Although everybody in the White House probably needs to wear a wig because some have shit-looking toothpaste. Super glue comes in handy. What do you say?
It does. It does.
Keep it from flying off.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? I would do it just to be on you. Put it on backwards.
Some people actually well, I don't know so much anymore, but back in the 90s, that's what they used Elmer's glue to keep their hair up.
I can see that. I mean, it is edible. And not poisonous.
It is non-toxic. You are correct.
I mean, I'm sure it's better than using other stuff.
What is the name of that movie? Something About Mary?
Yes. Something About Mary. If you've never seen that, you have absolutely got to watch Something About Mary. Because it is freaking hilarious. I mean, hilarious. It's great. Oh, JoJo, you should sing tonight, Daniel says. Of course he's going to sing. He's going to raise the roof up in that place.
Okay, I can do that, but I am not singing on camera right now. That is not a thing that's happening, Daniel.
Well, we kind of can't because we don't own the rights to the music.
Yeah, you're right.
Then there's Say Something.
And there's paperwork and a lawsuit. I ain't got time to go to court.
If I say we do not own the rights to what is about to be said or sung, then you can sing online.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. I'll pass.
Okay, we'll come back to that 5 shows from now. Like 5 shows from now. Remember what you said.
I don't sing. I just do karaoke.
Karaoke is singing, JoJo. It brings your inner beauty out. Don't you know? Oh, pet snake. This is my snake. I haven't named it yet.
It reminds me of those old Pentecostal churches.
That's great. Praise me.
They literally pick them up and sling them around.
That would be crazy.
It's crazy.
Right.
One of my favorite things well, currently my favorite things right now is like the cult docu-series, like the documentaries. And I watched one about fundamental Baptist or independent Baptist, not fundamental. And it's wild to me. Like some of them I can't watch because it gives me PTSD from when I was in a cult.
You were in a cult?
I was in a cult. So I went to what I thought was ministry school. And my family was all like, "You're going to a cult. You're going to a cult." I didn't believe it. I get there, and so I fly in. Most people's parents brought them to go ministries, but I had to fly. So we're there saying goodbye to parents. We load up on a bus. We go to what they called the Ranch, which was an old hotel in Moore, Minnesota, that they converted into dorm rooms and a mess hall. So Go Ministries was like, so it's no longer operating, but it was a ministry where you could go the first year and basically get the equivalent of 4 years of ministry school into one. And there was a home team and there was a road team. And so the home team had a worship team. They had drama. The road team also had a worship team and had a drama team. But I get there and we get off the buses and they just start screaming at us. And they told us that we have, I want to say it was 5 minutes to get everything that you need for the week of boot camp. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? So like we load up and we get on the bus and we're not allowed to talk to each other. We're not allowed to say anything to anybody. And they drive us out somewhere in the middle of Wisconsin at an old abandoned camp. And literally the worst week of my life. Lots of running, lots of up downs. Like they didn't even use our names. They wouldn't use our names. Like we literally had to go by a number. And we had to earn our name.
Really?
Yeah.
So is Josiah your real name?
Josiah is my real name, yes. I don't remember what my number was because, I have blocked that out.
Did you have like a tattoo put on you or something?
No.
They mark you?
No, we were wearing these t-shirts and they literally spray painted numbers on us and we literally had to wear that shirt all week long.
Without changing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
It was awful. I mean, the best part of it was we played this game called the Communist Game. But even then, it was like wild because they woke us up at so we would get 2 hours of sleep a night that week. And one morning, they woke us up at 2 a.m. to clean. And then one morning, they woke us up for the Communist Game. And they don't really tell you what's going on. They just come in and scream at you and wake you up at, in the middle of the night. And so their whole goal for all of this boot camp and then the 3 months after physical boot camp was spiritual boot camp. And they told us that we had to completely kill our flesh man and rely on our spirit. So they literally... everything that we did, we were, even after we were at a boot camp, we were operating on very low energy. Mm-hmm. And it's a controlling tactic. So they want to build you down to where you can only rely on them and what they're telling you they got you to do.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, needless to say, by the end of it, I was like, I gotta go home. I cannot stay here. But the thing is the way it worked was the leadership had to feel in their heart that God wanted you to go on and not come back another year. And I was like, by the end of it, I was like, I would rather die than have to come back here again.
Right.
It was awful.
Right. I can imagine. Like, I helped some people run away from the cult once, just on the outskirts of Branson. Hi, Kit.
Hi, Chris.
Hello,
Or
Chris.
Sharpie, I should say.
Yes, Mr. Sharpie.
We love him.
Sharpie. Yeah, Sharpie's coming on soon.
What?
Yeah.
I love him.
I know, me too, and I love his wife too. She's
Yeah.
so beautiful. And they are a beautiful couple together.
They are.
And
I remember when they
Mr.
first.
Sharpie has been putting his music out there.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I first met him, it was at, I want to say it was a Christmas party, or maybe it was a birthday party. But him and his wife had just started dating, and I was previously friends with his wife. But I love her. I love him. He's like the perfect addition to her.
They make an awesome couple. A very awesome couple.
And there's so much love and support in their relationship. It's almost ridiculous.
Yeah. It is, absolutely. And he is working. Ooh, birthday party.
Yeah, and I think it was like a murder mystery birthday party.
Oh. So that's cool. Mystery. What a mystery. So, let's see. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, that's a tough question. That's a loaded question for sure. If I had $1 million, I would probably spend some of it to purchase a house. I would probably start a nonprofit called Outlaws of Love.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And it's something that like has been near and dear to my heart. So a large population of homeless youth are kids that have come out to their parents, and their parents kick them out of the house. So the idea is that it would be like a house where, and of course you'd have to have, people go through training and background checks and have, all of that. But essentially it would be a home and a safe space for those kids to come and live in. And there would be, counseling offered. There'd be probably a pastor on staff, full affirming pastor.
And where is this at?
No, this is just something that I want to start.
Oh, within the. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it would give that safe space and give all the outlets.
We need that. Mm-hmm. We need that in Branson for sure.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand just how many of us are out there that are on the streets.
Yeah.
And
the kids,
they don't know where to go, so they're hiding during the day, so they're not getting into trouble. Then coming out at night. And, doing whatever. Chris says, "Bee Creek?" ?
Oh no, I want to say that it was Julie and Kendall's house in Springfield where that birthday party was. He produce people for free.
Well, produce me, big boy.
Oh, is that his answer to what would you do if you had $1 million? I wonder.
I don't know.
That would make sense.
What's up there, Mr. Sharpie? Of course. We'll talk later. Mr. Sharpie.
When is he gonna be on again?
Hopefully soon.
He's got lots going on right now.
He does.
He's a working man.
Ah. He says, yes, I would produce artists for free. Well, there you go, people.
Give him $1 million. That's what he's gonna do
That's
with
right.
it, guys.
$1 million and he's all yours. No, I should say that. It might take you serious. Be like, here.
Sure, there's some stipulations to the he's all yours.
I would make some myself.
I'm sure his wife would have some things to say.
Definitely. And I would listen to her. I'd be like, oh, Mr. Sharpie. I just love that. Have a ring to it. Sharpie. Sharpie. And here we have it, Mr. Sharpie.
For some reason, every time you introduce his name like that, it makes me think of a mime. I don't know why. Like, enough of my limelight. You can have the limelight all you want.
All you want, Sharpie. It's all you, honey.
But just you.
It's all you.
There's not enough room in this limelight for anybody else,
No.
but we'll make room for you, Sharpie.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. So what do you got coming up? Anything fun? I've heard of that.
Really, just the only thing that I have on the books right now is my trip to DC, which is a huge thing. Like, and then I'll go to Jefferson City in April.
Cool.
For the state YOY and Junior Youth of the Year.
Well, hopefully they pay for all this.
So, yes, they'll pay for my room and the meals are provided.
Oh, good.
But essentially, I'm running the holding room. So these tweens and teens will compete at the state level from all of the clubs in the state. So essentially, I'll run the holding room, is what they call it. But I'll come up with different activities, different games for them to play, like get to know you games.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 days, but it's a very intense 2 days. Like, we'll go to the state capitol and do a tour of the state capitol, talk to our treasurers, secretaries. We go to the governor's office. The last year when we were up there, the governor was not available, but typically the governor will talk to the group. And but yeah, like, I thinking about it, like, I don't really have anything like personal life wise planned at all coming up. Just the just work stuff, like, and it's like I'm very thankful for the opportunities that I've been given through work. Like, if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would be going on all these trips and doing all these things and impacting lives, the way that I'm fortunate enough to be able to, I would have told you that you were crazy. But the fact of the matter is that, that's the life that I'm living. And sometimes it's like that Michael Bublé song, what is it, Airplane? No, Home. It's called Home, but it talks about stepping outside and you're feeling like you're in someone else's life or someone else's shoes. And sometimes it really does feel that way. But I'm pretty much throwing my whole self into work right now. Because, like, it's just, there's not enough hours in a day. And when, when it needs to get done, when lives need to be impacted, you just got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Like, doesn't matter how many sleepless nights.
No. That it doesn't.
Because everything that I do is, for this next generation and it's for the children. Like, because at the end, that's who this world is left to, is the kids.
Yeah.
Like,
and if we don't do something to help them out, their life's gonna be shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon the French, but it's gonna be shit because of not being helped out.
Yeah.
So, do you have any ideas of what it would take for something like that to happen in Branson?
For what? Like
For
the
kids,
Outlaws of Love?
Kind of like Glow.
It would take a lot. I think that, the Board of Aldermen meeting really showed, for instance, true colors.
Oh, yeah.
As far as, how far they're willing to go to make sure that people feel safe and accepted, emotionally and physically safe. So
which isn't very far.
To answer that question, like I feel like it'll be very difficult to get something like that here. I love the Glow Center. I love everything that they stand for. Like it's just, to me, if we had something like the Glow Center or something like that for our LGBTQ plus IA youth, even if it's not for adults necessarily, but just for the youth, like that would be huge. Like that would be such a huge thing where kids could go and be around people that are like them, be safe
and learn safer, and not have to take chances that we had to take. Yeah, like I went to bars to get answers. Yeah, and that could very well hurt me. Yeah, because people are roofied all the time.
100%.
And if you don't know shit, then somebody could play you as a fool and use you and do shit that they shouldn't be doing. Yeah.
Well, with everything going on politically, not only on the state level but also on the national level, like that, to me, like that, it's going to make it even more difficult to be able to do anything like that. So only time can tell. I know what direction the country needs to go in. Yeah. But some people don't feel like it should go in that direction, and they don't feel like people should have rights outside of their fence.
Some people think they have rights, and sometimes those rights are like assholes. Mm-hmm. There's one in every group, and maybe they don't like it. Maybe they don't want to talk about it. Maybe they don't want it in their life. Maybe that's all they can do is talk about it. Maybe that's, Yeah. And it's crazy. Because here, whenever that alderman meeting happened, that was the worst time in my life. Yeah. Like, I have been abused verbally by straight individuals so much that almost broke me. Just the way that they treated us in that room.
There were lots of tears in the parking lot. I remember, like it was
hatred.
It was very emotional, very
and draining. Like my brother is totally straight, and it bothered him tremendously. Yeah. Like he couldn't sleep. All he did was he wanted to cry. Yeah. Because of all the shit they said and was saying about us. There was absolutely no truth in it whatsoever about us. Yeah. There are shit people in every group out there, but don't judge everybody by just one ignorance. Yeah. Because that's bullshit. We live here too. Yeah. And we shouldn't be judged just because you want to judge us. That's just bullshit. So get over yourself. Judge yourself if you want to judge anybody. Because you're the one that's being a judge upon yourself. Yeah. So
I feel like if they do those terrible things in the name of God, that it could just be swept under the rug.
And that was the thing. Yeah. Like 90% of them swore up and down that they were Christian. And I'm sorry, but I was born, Baptist, not my place. But whenever I was old enough to go to church, I was made to go to church, and I went to the Baptist church. Yeah. And then I went to a non-denominational church, and I kind of liked bouncing around. Yeah. Because it showed me the difference within religion, that there was a difference. Yeah. in religion. Before, I didn't know that there was more than one religion out there to believe in.
Yeah.
I swore up and down that you had to be Baptist. You had to swear by a Baptist. That's all that was out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how sheltered and in shadows and shit my life was as a child growing up.
Yeah.
In a small town. We had no life. If you were gay, you didn't ever say it.
Yeah.
At all.
There's a reason I didn't come out until I was 27 years old because
And I didn't feel safe until I was old enough to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck it. No, this is my time. I'm done.
Yeah. And
I was about 20, 21 whenever that happened. I tried at 18, but it didn't work. Because I couldn't accept the hatred from my mom.
Yeah.
That was the worst ever coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
Was what I had to go through. And then whenever I was decided that I was coming out, I came out.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want you to go outside. I don't want you to be around people that I know. I don't want you to act any different than you are today. And, basically lie just like I had been.
Yeah.
All my fucking life. And I'm like, no, it shouldn't be like that. And I told her, I was like, I've never judged you. Not one time. Not the year that you went out and slept with 5 guys and acted like a slut did I ever, judge you.
Yeah.
You're my mother. You should not be judging me.
Yeah.
That's not the way that works. And I said, if you have questions, I'll answer your questions and help you understand more than what you understand now. Because her ignorance was she was born and raised in a different era.
Yep.
And that era was hatred. Because years and years ago, you didn't hear of gay or lesbian, or you didn't think about it, you didn't hear about it. It did not exist.
Yeah.
And if it did, you were dead.
Yeah. For me, it was easy coming out to my family and my friends. The biggest heartbreak and like the biggest betrayal was coming out to people in the church, because since I was a young kid, I was every single day, every time the doors were open, for Bible studies, for early morning prayers, like that was my safe space. And when I came out and decided to live my true authentic self, that's where a lot of the heartbreak came from. Like I was serving in the church. I was, a youth leader. I was a youth pastor at one point. I was children's pastor at one point. I was helping out in the children's church. And it was my everything.
Yeah.
It was my reason to wake up in the morning.
Salvation.
And it just, it broke me, and it hurt so bad for people that said, we'll love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
You're our family. And then for that to be the deal breaker, like it was hard. And life looks a lot different now than it did in those days. That was, I lived and I breathed church. I was always off on Sundays. I was always off on Wednesday nights. Like that was who I was as a person. Now, like, I'm fortunate enough to have a job where I still get to make the same impact, and I still, get to do what I really feel like God has called me to do. It just looks different. It's, it's a little different. And I hope that one day, like, I find, a full affirming church that, that fits everything that I'm looking for.
Except you 100%.
Yeah, like, and I want that family, and I want that community aspect of it, But, when you can go anywhere in the gay community and find more love than you've ever experienced in your life, that's when you should know that there's something wrong with the church today.
Yeah.
Because, I don't care what you believe. I won't hold it against anybody. But for me, I know that there's a God, and I believe in God. But the God that I believe in, and the God that created this world, did not create us to hate each other.
Right.
Did not create us to shun them or close the door on them because they don't believe the same way you do, or they're living in a life of sin. It's not your place to call.
No.
It's not your place to judge. It's not your place to make the call or speak for God or whatever higher power you believe in. That's never your place to speak for them.
And I was talking to somebody the other day. It's almost time to get off here. But somehow we got on the Bible. And I wish I could remember. It was something to the effect of, how can you believe in a Jesus or a God in a Bible because their word are written in red.
Yeah.
But if you go through that Bible, it's mostly black.
Yeah.
So where did that black come from? It came from a man that thinks that he hears Jesus or God and puts it in a book.
Yep.
That doesn't come from Jesus or God. That comes from a man that wants you to think his way. So watch out there, because there are a lot of people that are brainwashing, and they will try anything to have you follow them.
Yeah.
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
And if you are Baptist or Christian or whatever, I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
One way or the other. Don't judge somebody else.
Yeah.
And don't shove your stuff down their throat.
The whole idea is to put us in a box.
Yeah, and like they have.
Speak this way, talk this way, act this way. But at the end of the day, like, we as a human race, we're not created to be inside of a box. We were not created to be carbon copies. Like,
absolutely.
And I think that showed in the days of the Nazis and Hitler, because he tried. He tried to eliminate and genocide a whole group of people.
Then he'd do like triangles on homosexuals or something like that.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. Like, that's not,
No, that's not the way it works.
That's one of the things that really pisses me off about, the way people feel about, like, we're all humans. It doesn't matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter what color skin you have. We still all have the same blood running through our veins.
Yes, absolutely. I think we just made them one, and it was from more than just one entity. And spirits, and because it takes a lot to make you human.
Yeah.
If you really sit down and think about it, it takes a lot. And for that to happen, good luck, woman. Because it ain't gonna happen here. No. But any last words?
Just that, if you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. You can reach out to me or T-Roy or
988.
Anyone else, and dial or text 988. And there's people there that are helping. And if you are part of the gay community and you're looking for something more along those lines that's going to be affirming, and reach out to one of us. I have so many resources of call lines that you can call, and you can talk to people that understand where you're coming from.
That's good. Absolutely. Totally reach out to JoJo. He's totally there for it doesn't matter. As long as you need help, he's there.
Yep.
And as long as you need help, I'm there too.
Yep.
You can reach out on Facebook. You can do the 988 and just get a hold of us. Get a hold of somebody, because you are worthy of life, and you are worthy of living.
Yep.
And you are worthy. You are strong enough to do what you need to do, even though it seems so hard. How are you going to do this shit? How are you going to pay your bills? How is your rent going to come up? How are you going to feed your kids? You know, there is a higher power out there, and it doesn't matter if you're spiritual or not, as long as you have that following. Reach out to your follower, and that follower will reach out to you and help you back.
Yeah, and the world is a better place with you in it.
And yes, the world is a better place with you in it. People are just absolutely cruel. Don't be cruel to people. Like, come on, people.
Yeah.
This is a different era. This is a different time. Get your head out of your ass. Grow the hell up, and put your big boy panties on, or your granny panties on, or whatever you wear, and do something good for somebody out there. And if it has to be you, why not you? Live for yourself. Be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
Love who you are. Do not let anybody change you for who you are, because you are beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
Unless it's negative or it could hurt somebody. And then you're not. You need to find help. So reach out, find that help that you need. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter how. What matters is your breath that you're taking, the energy that you are going to be giving to do what you need to do to survive.
Yep.
So please. With that said, it is time for us to go. And I hope that everybody has enjoyed the show this time. We have a really good show coming up next time. And I hope you tune in and hang out for a little bit, because we love having you. Thank you to all the guests that popped up in the audience, because my audience is beautiful inside and out. Thank you very much for being an audience for me. And JoJo, thank you very much for coming on the show and giving us who you are, and reaching a lot of people out there to help save them and to be there for them. So you do great at that. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And with that said, be a rainbow and help somebody else be a rainbow too.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
I was going to put something, but now I can't find it. Oh, shit. All right, anyways, goodbye.